Hey toy fans, Aaron here. Today we're going to check out the Black Series Centerpiece Darth Vader. So let's head to the table and take a look at it. First up, a look at the packaging, because that's what we do. Seems like they're trying to give you a little bit of a higher end look with this. You got that Centerpiece logo down there at the bottom of the Black Series Centerpiece. And this packaging does have adult listed in the upper right corner to help signify that this is geared for that adult collector. Nice image of the product on each side of that entryway that we're getting here for this product. You got Stormtroopers on one side, Rebel Troopers on the other in the background. You got a sticker here in the upper right corner saying that the statue lights up, and then on the bottom left side you can see you do need 2 AAA batteries. On the side of the packaging, of course, what we're used to seeing with the Black Series line, you get the number 1 here. This is the first in the lineup of the Centerpiece line. And instead of text on the side of the box, we do have a nice image of Lord Vader himself. Flipping onto the back side, you got a nice image of the product once again. Stormtroopers not included. Off to the right side, you got a nice shot of Darth Vader, just seeing the toy from a few different angles. And then on the left, you got a brief write-up about Darth Vader and what's going on with this particular scene. Got it opened up. Obviously, I do have some assembling to do. Nothing too difficult. Just snap these pieces together into Darth Vader to assemble him. And then snap the pieces together for the base, getting that all put together. And don't forget, of course, to insert your AAA batteries. You will need a small Phillips head screwdriver for that. So now I've got it all assembled, which was relatively easy, except I will say it was a little tight getting that lightsaber in there. I thought for sure I was going to bend that thing, but I didn't, and it's looking pretty cool. I think we have a nicely sculpted Darth Vader here. Paint job on him is very good. I like the sculpting in the helmet, and here too we even have a little bit of red tinted eyes going on. That helmet is a nice shiny black. I can't tell on my little screen here if the camera's picking this up, but you do even have a little bit of silver painting on the front of his face mask on those little knobs there. His cape, both his upper and his little lower one, has a very nice kind of flow to it. I like the drape and the way it's kind of waving behind him there. Through the body at the shoulder area, you got a little bit of silver and black painting on the top of his shoulder guards. Great texturing detail for that fabric of his undersuit. Gloves are looking pretty good too on both hands. His right one, of course, holding that lightsaber out. This is certainly not a pose we saw him do in episode 4 when they blew the door open. It was the Stormtroopers they came running through. Nevertheless, this is still a fun imagining, and I tend to think of this more as Rogue One than being episode 4. Who wouldn't want to keep re-seeing that scene, right? You got great detailing and paint application on that center chest box, the little control panel there. Through the belt area, pretty good painting. They did kind of miss the mark with this one little red paint application on that right pack, screen left. Aside from that, is pretty good through here. You've got some little silver painting on the back side of these switches. At least I think that was the idea, unless they totally missed the mark with those. But I think the idea was to make it look like they switch up and down. Belt buckle's looking pretty good. And then the leg area, great detailing continues through on the fabric. Those shin guards, you can really tell that they're strapped on, wrapped around the boots. Nice sculpting and detailing there. As for the base itself, very representative of that Tantive IV hallway. Lots of scorching and blaster marks on this wall piece. Pretty nicely painted too. I wouldn't say they went overly nuts on detailing of the paint. It's just still your simple painted gray blaster marks. I like the little fireball on the side of the wall representing a blaster just hitting. Nice orange and kind of black mixed in there. They did dress up the sides of this piece with these like little gray support beams inside the wall. It's nice, kind of dress it up a little bit since you're going to see it. The door laying on the floor here is looking pretty good. I like the black and the little bit of orange mixed in, kind of showing that metal's still being hot. So that's got a pretty good paint job to it. Otherwise, I like the detailing and the sculpting to the mold. And then looking at the floor itself, unfortunately, mine's got this white paint splattered on there, which is pretty unfortunate for a $60 piece to still see that happen. But I've been kind of playing with it a little bit, and it kind of scratches off. Just going to take a little bit of effort. Now, you do have these peg holes throughout the base, nicely positioned so it looks like it's part of the paneling. On the bottom side of the play set, you got little 6 of these little pegs that you can pull out. Very, very small, but you can give those a little insert into one of those slots, and that gives you a foot peg to position one of the other 6-inch Black Series figures onto it. So that gives you an opportunity to kind of fill out the rest of the environment, and plenty of flexibility with where to position them. Now, there's no articulation to this set. It is just one static piece, but you do have the light interaction to help liven up the set a little bit. Pushing this little button in at the top of the wall will get things going. Even with all my lights on here, you still get a pretty decent punch to these lights. I like the range of colors that this little fireball goes through. You get some yellow and oranges and reds mixed in there. And then around the doorway, you just get a nice orange glowing light. And here's a better look at the strength of those lights with my lights cut off. So overall, this really is a cool looking set. I mean, the Darth Vader as a figure, it's not posable or anything, so more of a statue, I guess. It is very nicely sculpted and for the most part very nicely painted. You know, a little miss here and there, but otherwise, Vader himself is very cool looking. The environmental base is a pretty nice added touch. I do like the light up effects to it. As someone who was a fan of that, 9-inch scale Unleashed line quite a few years ago, it's definitely nice to see something like that return to the line. And that wraps up this look at the Centerpiece Darth Vader. What are your thoughts on this line? Is this something you're collecting, or is it something you're hoping they're going to make more of? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.